share too much information, so just bear with me, okay? So I'm going to explain my project, Topi Badepa,
Yeah, a little bit louder.
that will honoring history and uniting generation. How I'm going to do that, you'll get to know about while go through the presentation. So first I'm coming to the site context. When I'm visiting the site, so I just look up to the other three park that is already existing and find out that there are a lot of activities happening there. And in Eupora City Park, I found out that there are a lot of features I can input in my design. Background research, it's really important because Eupora, they have a lot of history. And first, I would like to mention that 1966, they sold the land, Stupid Bradley and Citadel Bradley, to the city of Eupora. And 1968, they participated in the MLK movement, and there is a long 60 years gap, and still the park is quietly vacant. And 2025, the Southway Foundation came out and they involved with the community, and they just developed a small part I'll showcase later. And then they also involved with the landscape architecture department here, and students also contributed from their side, tries to contribute. And we have a meeting in 5th September, and then I made a community priority list after talking to them. And then my analysis and inventory part, the site has 8.3 acre areas, and you can see that there is a gentle slope. The difference is almost 20 feet, and you also see that all the vegetations and storm wind direction that is here, and the school closer to the site, and it's the North Before District, and this is the zone that the community developed summer 2025. And then the mapping diagram, it's helped me understand that all the residential area around the site, and this is the secondary road, and the build ratio is actually less, 6.12. And the SWOT analysis actually helped me understand the strength, opportunity, weakness, and threats. And I found out that the strength is that it's almost vacant, and there are a lot of trees around the spaces, and they have a lot of history. And the weaknesses is that only one accessibility, and opportunities that we can see that there is a lot of opportunities, as I can connect with the ancestors, and the people are really want the site to be developed. And the threat is that the bonding is missing. Case studies, I have done 3 case studies. First, I choose this one because it's a community development project, so I can know that how I can develop community participatory project. And then I go through a story mill community part, where I can understand that how I can develop a playground for all generations, and the historical wall, I can use it to honoring the history. And then the third one, it's an all-in farm project. It's actually using the topography, so I want to design like respecting the topography. And then I was inspired. I visited the Mackie Port and the Confluence Farm. I go through their projects. Problem statement, we can see that the project is underdeveloped for over 60 years, so people actually not satisfied with the parking area, how it's almost empty, and so there is a lot of scope for me as well, and the community have a lot of expectations, and they actually want spaces where they can engage. Goals. My first goals is creating platform that honor history and bring all generations together. So I wanted to create places where they can have their culture, they can understand about the Toby Bradley's contribution and Bradley family's contribution, and historical MLK movement, how the people are participating there, and the storytelling zone about their history and culture. And I wanted to ensure that there will be sustainability maintained in that design. How I'm going to do it? I will preserve the existing site area condition, and then I will import indoor activities area. After talking to the community, I get to know that they want all the community areas to be free, but the indoor activity function, they will want to have charge or fees to get use those areas. And environmental, I will use native plants and respecting the topography. So accessibility of the site ensure engage the more people. So there is only one accessibility. After the community meeting, I understand that the woodland Westwood zone residential area, they can develop two more accessibility point. So I will use it in my design, and those are the objectives to achieve my goals. Conceptual zoning, it's important to understand it because these three yellow mark zone will honoring the history and cultural zone, and the mauve pink area is more activity area, and the ash color zone area is the functional supporting element. And the program analysis, I have done that to understand the ratio, the functional zoning, and all those are the conceptual ideas I have in my mind. So I am trying to illustrate it using the AI. And now form generations. So as I am using the pathway to connect all the function, so I use path space relationship organization process to develop my master plan, and I generated it from Dicketing's book Form Space and Order. And now this is the master plan, and I am designing all the functions, and planting design are focusing on the native plantation. Now we'll walk through the design. So if you are using car and come to the place, you have two accessibility point. These two, one from the primary road and another one from the Westwood residential area zone, and you can park here, and the whole area is ADA accessible, just apart from one pathway. I'll mention that. And if you are using the bicycle, you can use this route, and there are 3 points you can park your bike. And if you are come by walking, you have to main pathway to walk, and Westwood point here is a pathway you can access. And this is the service road. It will maintain all the inner functions and larger areas, and for ADA, if they want to access those areas, so they can use this service road. And for this block, you can understand that there is the bicycle lane. It's two-way, and these two sides you have a pedestrian, and the center line closer to the bicycle lane, you can see it's the few function will be accommodated in this space. For example, there will be a because as the area is slopey, so storm water can store and maintain in this area. There can be dustbin, there can be street furniture, street light both sides, so that it can operable at night also. And I have 3 main focus zone and 3 main secondary function focus point. So first one is that the community platform I'm talking about, and this area will be using as a platform for all generation. They can have independence function, independence day function. They can taking classes as school is closer or programs. It will use as a community hub, and this is the celebration of wall. So this will actually help you understand where is what. So this is the top of if you are using a by walk, you can access it from the pedestrian. There is no level change, but there is a little bit level change. So -2 to -8, and you can use the ramp and to go to the 6 feet, and then you have to use it like this to access the area. And you can see that the gentle slope and the celebration of wall, creek, welcome center where there is a restroom, a parking zone, and everything. And this is the section of the historical wall storytelling zone. And this wall of celebration, I want them to hang their achievement, or the way they will be developing the park. They can just use those photographs right up on the wall, so that whenever anybody is visiting, they can understand how they develop the site. And then there is a historical wall zone. These boxes will be used as a storytelling zone. There will be headphone, so anyone can enter the door and they can be isolated, and there will be window so that they will see the vegetation, and at the same time they can hear in voices of the MLK movement story, or Toby Bradley family's contribution, or Eupora UD, whose name is named after the city. All the things they can hear, and the wall will be also using that kind of story, Toby Bradley's contribution thing, and also the existing community people they can hang if they wanted anything. And this secondary zone, you can see the playground where there will be exercising zone, sitting area for adult people, and all the children 1 to 12 they can use this area. And here after the crossing, using this pathway or from the main road, they can use this indoor basketball area and go to the pickleball court. The basketball area actually use a multifunctional. You can use as a storm shelter, though it's not in circular in shape. I'm just thinking that as the wind direction comes from, the wind can cut through like this. And this section, you can see that there is a slope changes, and the playground and the basketball court and the indoor basketball court and pickleball court area. And sports active area. First, this is the sensory garden, so I'm considering 5 senses. You can come here, use this pathway to go through the space, and there's a water body, fountain actually, and this is how it will be turned out. And there will be wind bell, so you can have sound all the time if wind flow. And the community people, I want community people to engage and contribute to the park, and also have spend more time with them, each other. So that's why I'm doing the vegetation garden zone, so that the edible senses they can have from there, and 5 senses I considered here. This is another illustration. Okay, after there is a splash pad zone, and it is closer to the indoor swimming pool, so that all equipment facilities are here. So if they want to change, they can use it. And indoor swimming pool area, they can use it. So restroom is also provided here, and there is a sitting arrangement. And this is the community hall. It can use as a training center for them, or there will be restroom. So all this space actually covering the restroom zone. And as is sloped area, so I wanted the space to have some storage of water, at the same time aesthetically beautifully spaced. So I put the rain garden here. So the master plan, you can see that the position is somewhere where the main slope area, as highest point is the indoor basketball zone. So if water want to content, it can come here. At the same time, it can store water, and all the plantation design are considering focusing on native plants and woody perennial plants. And now there will be pathway. This is the only pathway. It is not ADA accessible, but if the people ADA using the someone using it, this pathway, they can here is a ramp, so they can use this pathway to enter the site. But this pathway is not, as it's quite steepy slope. So there is 2 more resting zone area. So I want this space, some kind of someone if wanted to isolate themselves or go into the nature, so they can have use that kind of space. And I would encourage parents to bring their children to walk alone, and not leave their children alone here, because the slope is quite high here. And my reflection, as I'm from architecture background, so landscape architecture student, I have also some expectations. So I know about sustainability, but I am studying more about it through the project. And the planting design thing, I learned it through the project, and how I can design, following analysis and process, I can design and project development through the process, and experience with the community. So I have just one request. I don't know whether you like all our projects or not, but I want you guys to just develop the place. Because I just see racism, I don't like it anymore. So I want that 60 year as a long gap, but still I want to have few facilities for just